Hello, ESGNation, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory series here with Bryce Calhoun, as we are in the bye week. And today we are going to find out and see if we are going to be possibility. Right now we are bowl eligible, but we don't know if we're going to get into a bowl. We could get snubbed here pretty good, and in some ways deserving so. So as we take a look here, we're looking at his weekly agenda, of course, and there you see some of the goals or some of the things we could be doing during the week. And of course we got our energy and of course our skill points there as well that we are trying to build up and use to help ourselves out here. As you see, we're working on some XP, getting some more, trying to get some more skill points there, because with the skill points there we can work on certain attributes like speed, accuracy, and intelligence and all that kind of stuff there when it comes to our on the field. And of course right here you're seeing more of the off the field stuff, academics, trying to be a team leader, health, and of course influence, try to make our brand better, so we can get some pretty sweet NIL deals. So there you see 2,185 yards passing for the regular season, 15 touchdowns with 9 interceptions. So we did not go double digits in interceptions, thank goodness. As for sacks, we sacked 30 times this season. We completed well over 50% of our passes there, so that's nice to see. And by far, a lot higher than what I thought our first year here. After the first couple of games there, I'm thinking like I will be lucky if we get 50% completion passing, but there you see at 52. And then on the ground there, 58 carries for 33 yards. A lot of those yards we had this season was a lot of negative yardage, as well as 6 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble, 5 broken tackles. Our longest run was 24, and of course yards after carry 66. So as we take a look there, and of course it didn't start off too well, 22-7 in our first game of the season. We would go on and we would win 4 straight against a game there against Louisiana. Then on the road at San Jose State, which was a great win for us. Then we've had a nice win over the Pandas of the FCS. And then Jacksonville State was another great win. Actually went first 5 of the next 5 games we actually won, because we won against Middle Tennessee State 42-24. But then basically the chair was kicked underneath of us when Liberty came in, beat us 31-10. Then Western Kentucky beat us 31-27, which I honestly say to the day should be a win. Then we won against UTEP 24-0. Just when we thought, okay, we got our winning streak back, we got our legs underneath of us, we get kicked again by Sam Houston, losing that one 36-34 in an overtime loss. And then we get back to winning again, going against FIU 34-24, and then get the bricks beat off of us here 28-14 against Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs, which I thought was going to be a win there, because the record was 4-7 going into that game, and they did not play like a 4-7 team. As you take a look here, here's the top 25 going into the. Right now we're in the conference championship week, so a lot of teams got a couple games here. Actually, no, this is not conference championship week. This is the last week of the season, so a lot of teams are playing their final games of the year. Some people are going to go bowling. Others will have to be going to be sitting at home watching the bowl games. And we're hoping that we're not one of those teams. As you see, the teams that did get kicked out of the top 25 there: Kansas State, Arizona, Florida, and North Carolina. So let's take a look here around the conferences there. Virginia Tech had a really good, nice year, 11-1 there in the ACC. Florida State, there you see, they're 7-5. Of course, they're trying to rebound from last year, being snubbed in the playoffs there, in the college football playoffs. And Virginia ends the season 1-11. They go 0-8 and in there. As for the American, there you see North Texas 10-2, 7-1 record, tied there with a conference record there with Rice. Rice right behind them with 3 and 9. And then you start looking down the list here, see a lot of a couple 5s and 7s, and then you see some 4 and 8s and 3s and 9s, and conference-wise there, pretty not bad conference there for American conference. Then for the Big 12 country that I live in, here in the state of Kansas, 9 and 3 there for UCF and Utah, but Utah has a better record. They have a extra win there, 7 and 3 in conference play. Kansas were a top 25 team. They were 9 and 3 into the season. They go 6 and 3 in the conference, and looks like they played pretty well at home or away from home. They're 5 and 1 for Kansas. As for the Big 10, of course, Ohio State and Oregon going to be playing possibly for that Big 10 title. Remember, a lot of majority of the conferences now got away from doing divisions. So basically, it's the best 2 teams in the conference. They'll go head-to-head regardless of geographic location. They'll go head-to-head, and they'll be in the conference playoffs there. So I know in my High and Scotty series, I'm thinking about bringing back the conferences, just for nostalgia purposes. But I'm kind of on the fence on that one there. So, but then look at the MAC. You got Akron there, 8 and 4, 7 and 1 there, along with Central Michigan, and also Kent State has 8 and 4 record there. So a nice 3-way tie there. Obviously, the top 2 teams there will be Akron and Central Michigan going for that MAC conference title there in Detroit. Then we go to the Mountain West. Got the team there, one of my favorite teams back early in the early 2000s there, Boise State, 5 and 7, or 7 and 5 for the season, 6 and 1 in conference, along with Fresno State, who are 8 and 4, and also with a 6 and 1 record. And of course, the Pac-2 there, Oregon and Washington State there. Oregon State, of course, being the better team between the 2 of them, and then the SEC. There you see LSU. 10 and 2 for the conference there, and Alabama, they're up there at the top. They're in the top there, but I don't know if they're playing for the title there for the SEC title. And then of course the Sun Belt, you got Appalachian State and Louisiana. They're the top 2 teams, and then down there in the bottom you got Coastal Carolina, Georgia State, and University of Louisiana Monroe. Of course, this is the only conference that has a division. So you got Appalachian State, we're going to be representing the East in the conference game, and in the West will be Louisiana representing them. So best of luck to all the teams there, and of course we some of them we wish well. As for the Heisman Trophy, it's going to be, of course, announced after this week. There are your finalists. They're going to go to New York, and so of course we're not going to be on that list for anytime soon. I mean, yeah, there's always a possibility next season we can be on that list, but we really gotta play excellent football to be a part of that list. So as for Players of the Year here, of course they changed some of the names of these. I don't know if it's a a copyright thing, but they changed some of the awards here. They actually added some new awards, and there you see best quarterback there, and the best defender. And so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't know if there's a copyright issue or those organizations that hold that title, if it's an NCAA thing or if it's a corporation or whoever runs backs those awards there. I don't know if they, because you don't see the Nagurski or the guy or there's a Lombardi award, but there's some other awards that they just don't really have on here like they used to. So it could be a thing where they just can't really call it the award they would normally call it. Of course, some of these awards probably have been renamed. I don't remember having seen the Unitas Golden Arm Award. But anyway, there you see some of the top guys there, some of the finalists for these awards, and of course. Our guys, I think we got a couple guys who might be in some of these categories here, but for the most part here, you might not see too many of our guys in these categories this season here. But like I said, always next season we have a shot of doing. Getting, if we can get ourselves to going, get things going the right way for us. I mean, we could be that one of those we could be that new Appalachian State that will just shock the world and become a household name. And hopefully, we'll have players that want to show up to our school and want to play for us, and become a campus legend, like Bryce is trying to be there with Kennesaw State. But there you see the Lugarza. That's for the best kicker. What else do we have here? Can't remember all of them here. Best punter. So, but yeah. So, congratulations to all the ones that are going to be or the finalists in those, and we'll see who the winners are here after this week is simmed. As we take a look here, that's the prediction, at least right now, what the college football playoffs will look like right now at the season ending. Of course, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things can change, as a lot of these teams are going to be in the conference playoffs games, and those could affect their seeding of where they're going to be at when it comes to the final 12 teams for that college playoff run there. And now we're looking at some of the bowl predictions here, and these are right now, these are all the bowls that are in that for right now here. A lot of these teams are locked, or some of these teams are locked in. Some are on the fence, depending on how their conference championship goes. Obviously, the conference, the first rounds of the college football playoffs could definitely change. Because the top 4 teams, they're locked. Pretty much will be, well, no, actually, no, take that back. They will not be locked in there. They still got to play. Some of those have to play a conference game, so things could really change. Let's just say that. But yeah, you see there, we are nowhere in any of these predictions here going into the bowl selection, which will be coming up after this week once we get the announcements of the teams. And of course, they'll announce who's going to be in what bowl. And if we are in a bowl, I'm just hoping we have regardless of what bowl we're going to be in, hopefully we have a good opponent that we can match up very well with and have a decent chance at to win a game. We didn't end the season the way we wanted to, which obviously we wanted to win against Louisiana Tech, but a game against some other, obviously it'll probably be a Power 5 school or a Power 4 school, I should say, that we'll be going up against. So, we're hoping that we'll have a decent chance at them and make, get an opportunity to show off what we can do on the national stage at a bowl game there. So, it'd be really nice. It's just, we just hope we just can have a good, fun and decent matchup with whoever we're going to be facing here. And as you take a look at the final bowls here that are projected out here, like I said, none of these are set in stone just yet, because right now we're getting ready for this Army-Navy game. As you see, Navy wins this one 17-10, so they'll get the Armed Forces Trophy there by the president. And then take a look at the conference championships. There you see the conference championship week is here now. So Western Kentucky taking on Jacksonville State. They'll be going up against each other once again here, and this time Jacksonville State will be the host. UCF taking on Utah, Central Michigan taking on Akron, which I already mentioned all these teams already before. And let's go ahead and see that the new Heisman Trophy winner this year is Jackson from the Baylor Bears. He is going to be the senior wide receiver, 1,313 yards and 13 touchdowns for the season. And oh, look at this, all freshman Conference USA quarterback. That is no other than Bryce Calhoun. So congrats to Bryce, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 2,118 yards for the season. Nice. So, and look at this, we are going to go bowling, as we're going to be in the Alamo Bowl. Yeah, so we're going to go to Santa. Oh wow, that's funny. That cracks me up. We're going back to the stadium that we lost the first game in. Oh God! Not to mention the stadium that his dad used to coach as a UTSA coach. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's go ahead and look at the scores here. As you see, Western Kentucky beats. Yes, that should have happened the first time. They should have beat Jacksonville State there. Utah wins 31-23 there against UCF. Akron loses to Central Michigan 21-17. Louisiana loses to App State 30-27. North Texas gets defeated by Rice. They're just right across the city from each other. And let's see who else. Come on. Yeah. So see, Boise State wins 28-20 against Fresno State. Alabama LSU, who wins this one? Looks like it's gonna be Bama. They're gonna win 34-31. As they are number 4 ranked in the nation. So they'll probably keep their number 4 ranking there for the chance to play in the college playoffs. As for the ACC championship, Boston College taking on Virginia Tech. Of course, Virginia Tech the better team. They do win, and they win that one 34-17. And we'll see in the Big Ten, it's Oregon State, number 1 Oregon State taking on number 4 or number 6, number 1 Oregon taking on number 6 Ohio State, and Oregon will win 31-24. So here we go for week 1 of the bowl week. As you take a look here, at least the first couple of games now, in a week's time here. A lot of these games will be happening on the same day. Some of them will be happening within that week, but. James Madison taking on Central Michigan. Boston College taking on North Texas. Nebraska is taking on Fresno State. Take a look. App State's taking on Michigan. Ooh, that's a little repeat in the college first round of the college football playoffs. There, of course, those two teams met each other many years ago, and App State, which started the run that App State had been on, beating Michigan that year, and then they went on and beat another big time school there. What else? You got Kansas taking on UCLA in the Las Vegas Bowl. You got Western Michigan taking on Boise State in the New Mexico Bowl. Let's see. First round of the playoff. It's a game there against Oklahoma and Notre Dame. So there you see that little matchup there. Number 5 versus number 5. Or number 11 versus number 5. You got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. You got South Alabama taking on Nevada. First round of the playoffs there, you got Penn State versus Ohio State. So a nice Big Ten clash right there. And then what else do we have? Clemson taking on East Carolina. Purdue taking on Buffalo. Sam Houston taking on Arkansas State. Go Red Wolves. Wyoming taking on Oregon State. UMass taking on Hawaii in the Armed Forces Bowl. Texas Bowl is going to be Florida and Arizona. Florida Atlantic and North Carolina is going to be the Military Bowl. Rutgers and Baylor going to be in the Independence Bowl. What else do we got here? We got quite a few bowls here in this time frame here. At least I think this is probably like within the first 2 weeks after this week that we're in right now. Holiday Bowl. You got Florida State taking on Maryland. So a nice little ACC, or former ACC team that would be Maryland. Of course, down there in the Big Ten. And then Birmingham Bowl, Liberty taking on California. Bruins, please just destroy them. And Oklahoma State taking on San Diego State, and Wake Forest taking on Auburn. So now the final 12 teams that are going to be in the college playoffs. You got Georgia taking on LSU in the first round. You got App State taking on Michigan. So we got some pretty good matchups there for that first week. But of course, the most important matchup for us is against Iowa State, number 22 ranked in the nation. Ooh, if we can do this and upset them, boy, people are going to be talking. So we'll see what we can do against them. They're 8-4 going into this game. They're 6-3 in the Big 12. They're one of the top 3 best teams in the Big 12 this season. So this is going to be a tough go here. Like I said, we'll be at the Alamo Bowl, Alamo Dome there in San Antonio, and we'll try to see if we can, shuck these evil demons that we had against that stadium in that arena there. Of course, when we play against UTSA back in week 1 of this season. So let's see if we can get things going. Let's see if we can get the gold, be the gold standard, and bring home our first FBS bowl win. Let's see if we can do that here today, or at least in the next episode. So if you guys did enjoy and like today's episode, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification as well so you guys can be notified of the series. And of course, follow us on our social media down below. They're all down there below in the description. And definitely go check us out. Of course, don't forget, we do have another channel, the main channel over here on YouTube. It's called ESGNet. And that's all the, basically, your traditional franchises that I play over there on the channel. Everything from college football, Madden, baseball, and the list goes on and on. So a lot of cool stuff over there on the main channel. Definitely go check it out. And of course, check out other content here on this channel as well, as we focus more on sim-based and more single player career modes and sim franchises. So, and of course, occasionally play some games outside the realm of sports as well. But that is it for me, you guys. Have a great day. Keep yourselves each other healthy. Remember, be that gold standard. And I will see you all next time.